Oh, did he say that? Well, nobody wants him because he's going to be out of office very soon. So, that's all right. What I'll do is if they feel like Costo, I'll put a 200% tariff on his wines and champagnes, and he'll join. But he doesn't have to join. If he said that, you're probably giving it to me a little bit differently. But if he actually did say that, but as you know, he's going to be out of office in a few months.
Right now, a shocking transatlantic clash is unfolding. Former allies are trading threats, tariffs, and public insults, and at the center of it all is Greenland. And it's turning into one of the most explosive diplomatic battles of 2026. On January 19, Trump threatened 200% tariffs on French wines and champagnes unless Macron joined his proposed Board of Peace, a U.S.-led initiative starting with Gaza. Trump openly mocked Macron, saying nobody wants him, and claiming the French leader would soon be out of office.
He did say that, but as you know, he's going to be out of office in a few months.
But the escalation didn't stop there. On January 20th, Trump publicly shared a private text message from Macron on social media, a stunning breach of diplomatic norms. The message showed Macron questioning Trump's Greenland strategy and proposing a high-level G7 meeting. French officials confirmed the message was real, and global leaders were reportedly shocked. So, how did a frozen Arctic island spark a political firestorm between Washington and Europe? President Donald Trump has once again revived his controversial demand: the United States must acquire Greenland, not rent it, not partner over it, but own it. Trump argues Greenland is critical for U.S. national security, citing growing Russian and Chinese influence in the Arctic, strategic military positioning, and access to untapped resources.
Right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor.
On January 4th, 2026, Trump declared that the U.S. needs Greenland and claimed Denmark is incapable of protecting it. He went further, warning the U.S. could proceed whether they like it or not. That statement sent shockwaves across Europe. Greenland is a semi-autonomous territory of Denmark, and Denmark is a NATO ally. Trump's remarks raised an unthinkable question. Could the U.S. pressure or even threaten its own allies? By mid-January, rhetoric turned into action. On January 17th, Trump announced sweeping tariffs on 8 European countries, including France, Germany, the UK, and Denmark. The message was blunt: oppose the U.S. on Greenland and pay the price. Tariffs would start at 10% on February 1st, escalating to 25% by June, unless Europe agrees to what Trump called a complete and total purchase of Greenland. And this is where Emmanuel Macron enters the spotlight. France's president emerged as the loudest and most defiant critic of Trump's tactics. Macron rejected what he called intimidation and urged Europe to stand united. Then Trump made it personal. What makes this clash even more striking is that it wasn't always this way. Back in 2017, Trump and Macron shared what many called a political bromance: handshakes, state visits, public praise. But ideological cracks soon appeared over NATO, climate change, Iran, and trade. By Trump's second term, those cracks turned into open rivalry. Trump's America First collided head-on with Macron's vision of European autonomy. Now, Macron is rallying Europe. He is calling emergency EU meetings, pushing retaliatory trade measures, and backing troop deployments to Greenland in support of Denmark. France, Germany, and the UK have all signaled they will not back down. Macron's message is clear: Europe will not be coerced. Critics warn Trump's tactics, tariffs, threats, and public exposure of private messages are eroding trust among allies. Polls show little public support for aggressive action, and analysts say this growing divide could weaken NATO and benefit rivals like Russia and China. What began as a territorial demand has become a defining test of Western unity. Isn't just a personal rivalry anymore. It's a battle over power, alliances, and the future of the global order. And the world is watching closely.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.